Here we have Ash, and this is the first time he's worn the stock saddle. So he's worn the dressage saddle a couple of times and been long-reined in it, but this is the first time he's worn the stock saddle. And we'll see how he goes. He does have a reaction to it in a moment. It's very interesting to see how quickly he gets over that.
Trot. Oh.
Okay, so now you need you come to me. Good, good. Now go to him. Just want to just want to make sure the doesn't get that rounded out. There we go. Good save. So this is one of the reasons why that come to me response is so important early on, so that you can stop this. Is if the horse panics when the rope is wrapped around it. The horse has already long rein, so we should be right, but if they panic, you never know what will happen.
So I was waiting for him to make the mistake of walking.
Okay, and then
so that I could correct him because his emotional level was very low.
Yep.
And so I should.
And you did that.
I did.
Yeah.
Just had the very end of the rope. The tail. I should have had a better handle on that. Okay. Trot.
So that was the first time he really felt that stirrup bang on him.
And it really wasn't too much. I think he wasn't. He just felt it different. I didn't feel like he was too afraid. Did you?
No. I think that was a fine response. That was fairly typical. And you're quite right. You know, because if he's not engaged enough, then he's also not learning about the saddle either, is he? You know, if his emotional level is too low, he's just going through the motions. We're going to be fooled in thinking he's absolutely fine with it.
There we go.
Because tomorrow's lesson is going to involve things hanging off the saddle, so it's best that he gets accustomed to this first. That's a good way of breaking it down.
Good boy. Good boy, Ashy. Good boy.
So I can't stress enough how important it is to do this with the horse on a line and have that come to me response, because the further and faster the horse goes with that sort of flight response, the worse it's going to be. So if you've got the horse on a line, you can put some pressure on and really stop that flight response in its tracks. If the horse is loose in the round pen, which is the old-fashioned way of starting them, just letting the horse work it out for themselves, or buck it out, or whatever else, whatever other expression you want to say. Quite often they'll go for quite a long time and injure themselves, and it just goes from bad to worse. And that's when you get a horse that is cold-backed or really never understands the saddle because they've had a traumatic experience in this first lesson. This shouldn't be a traumatic experience. It should be a learning experience. Not all horses will buck. He did. I didn't think he was going to actually, but he did, and that's probably a good thing. That was the end of his lesson today, and now we're going to see him the following day after a bit of saddle habituation, and here it continues.
I like using the term funner, though, because I would always say, we always hear be more assertive, or you know what, but saying funner kind of lightens the feel a little bit.
And it's more what we want, isn't it?
Right.
We don't want to be more assertive.
Right, because who wants to play with somebody who's assertive.
Exactly.
Good boy. Good boy. We want to play with the fun person.
Yeah.
Who makes us feel better.
That's it. That's it. That's a better way to pull it. If you pull it towards you rather than lift your hand, otherwise you're lifting your hand might be a signal for him to go faster.
Okay. Walk. Walk.
And you can see here, T's holding onto that lariat, so all she needs to do is drop one end, that fluffy end, if he panics.
Walk.
And then she can pull that straight out through the stirrup.
Walk.
He has the advantage that he has long rein in this, so he's seen those sort of stirrups come out a bit away from his body. This is a really good saddle habituation lesson for them. The other thing we can do here is just put a bit of weight on that as well, which just moves the saddle a bit. You see how he stepped under that weight, which is great because he's going to feel that when we get on. He's going to feel us shifting our weight in the saddle. So the intention's not to frighten him, the intention's not to get him to bark or to get him to run around and, make sure that he realises he can't get the saddle off or any of those things. The intention is for him to feel these things and understand that he's fine. That nothing else is going to happen, nothing worse is going to happen, there's nothing he needs to do. Just listen to T's signals of transitions.
Good boy, good boy, good boy. Let me get my rope back here.